it did something.
What did it do? Can I see again?
I can
Oh, wait, something's happening. It
certainly.
says live up there on you, but it's only thinking. It's not watching. Oh yeah, no, never mind. You need to share.
And
Oh, there we go. Funny thing, you were actually streaming after you'd closed the thing.
huh.
Also, you need to redo the Discord window because it's not showing right now.
Oh yeah. That one.
Double click it, try and do that. Yeah, and then just click that. And then pick the new Discord. The one that's not grayed out. Yeah, there
There
you
we
go, there you
go.
go. That's more like it.
Okay, so everything's working and it's all good and no problems, and we totally meant for all of this to happen.
Sure, definitely did. Yeah, we are live. I can see that. I'm
Great.
gonna.
I'm gonna turn off this then
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but it's fine.
and
XP
do
normal.
that probably.
Stop streaming. Yeah. I'm gonna just. Can you see this stream text right now?
Hold on. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is when it would be great if you had like two screens for your sake. But
Yeah.
hey, I can see it here. I'm following it. Don't worry. Right. Jesus Christ. let's just sit here and wait for it to be 8 o'clock.
Won't
That would
you
make me very happy.
join me in a prayer
Yeah, exactly.
for our sanity?
I mean, my well, again, as we talked about just before we turned on the cameras, I'm pretty sure my sanity's sort of gone. Okay, no, actually, I think what I really meant was not that my sanity's gone, just that I have a healthy dose of insanity with my sanity.
Hmm.
Know what I mean? Like, I think it's good to be a little bit insane.
Yeah.
Like, do like
Yeah.
believe in some things that can't possibly be true, but you believe still could be true for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also, that's not like. I think you should be careful about using the word insane because it has some other connotations like
Oh, yeah.
psychopath or, and that's not it.
Oh no 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 yeah yeah but like yeah
Because like when we talk in the supernatural and stuff, yeah, I'm
yeah
insane
yeah.
too. Then, if that's the definition of it.
But that's the thing. Like, if you ask someone like Simon, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't find it too much of a stretch to call like actually believing properly believing in something like God sort of insane. Uh, which I think it's interesting. I think the only thing is, like, because I think it's sort of fitting in some way, but also like just remember, just because you're saying this doesn't mean that it's a negative thing you're trying to say. You're trying to
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
on
yeah.
it. Like, which is why I'm happy saying it. And if anyone like you did right now, like go like, oh, but you can't call people this because that's unfair to religious people. I'm like, yeah, that's not what I mean. And this is how I live my life these days. I'm just like, I'm saying something, something happens, someone complains, I will fix it after. Uh, I'd rather just like not think about what I'm saying, say something, and then deal with the fallout. Because otherwise, I will end up. I found that I end up being just too quiet or like too afraid of doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So I'd rather just like do something really dumb and then do damage control in, in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like uh, which is is that the smart way to do this? Definitely not. Do I care? Only a little bit.
But it's funny because I feel like I'm the polar opposite of that.
Yeah,
Like I overthink everything.
yeah, and that's I've been there. I've done that as well, and this is why I'm just doing what I'm doing now because I don't know if like think back to like when we were in after school, right? After school, whatever you want to call it. I remember being this sort of like, just like speaking and doing and, practically just like making a poop where I want to poop. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that was kind of who I was when I was a teenager. And then I had a long time, and then like me and Rebecca had our issues and blah blah blah, and like a lot of that just sort of broke me down, and then I became much more of this introverted, like I don't want to say something wrong, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
And lately I've just like realized it's so hard to live like that, and then I would much rather hurt someone without it being on purpose. Hopefully they wouldn't see whatever I'm doing as something that hurts. But if someone ever does and I notice it, I would much rather it go up and like sincerely apologize for that, because I have come to believe that is honestly the best way that at least I can live my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. What's your take on that? Just as a bit of a pre-episode.
Yeah, but I mean, it is 8 o'clock now, so
It is 8 o'clock.
should we get this
You want to get
started?
Sure, 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 sure.
Finally.
Hello, my name is Dynn. What's your name?
Toby?
Nice.
I was not prepared for that.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to.
Too energetic.
Way too energetic, honestly. I felt it too. I was like, ooh, this. I'm not sure I want to keep this up. Oh, actually, before we start, I think we could talk about our stream. As I've said, content's content.
Yeah, sure.
Because this is related to the thing. Because I only have this microphone now. So, like if anyone has watched the last episodes, I had this microphone, which is really good. But I can't connect that one to my MacBook. So, I was thinking, do you remember the device that I want to buy for my MacBook to try and make it work? You know? Do you know what I mean? Like to try and connect my proper microphone to my MacBook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking with that came two programs. One was an equalizer for microphones, and one was an equalizer sort of thing for instruments, right? If I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I just bought the one for the microphone, I could technically use that for this one, doesn't it seem like? Which wouldn't make it perfect, but it would
Yeah.
help the levels a lot and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And like that one's set at about 1,000 DKK, where the other one's like 4,000 DKK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, my ear's so itchy. Yeah. So I guess I might buy that one next month with a ticket to Glasgow. Right! Sorry, I'll get to the actual thing. Here we go. So, episode of today. Piss fat. Yeah, it's idioms, right? That's the word you used. I use sayings because I'm a numpty dumpty.
Yeah, and I'm a boring old man who calls things by the right names.
And together we are yin and yang.
Yeah.
Hello, world peace. Am I right or am I right? No, yeah. So, it's about idioms or sayings or whatever you want to call it. And it came to me because like I'm just like writing some of these ideas down for what we could talk about at random points. Whenever it comes to me, and I'm just like going into driving, going like, yeah, put this down on this list and blah 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 blah. And it came to me while I was out at work driving. I was just suddenly going like, oh, piss of it. But I've been speaking English for the rest of the time. But something cool happened. I was like, piss of it. And I was like, piss fat. I was like, no, no, you can't do that. No way that could ever work. Because like, I've translated the idiom better safe than sorry to Danish.
Yeah.
You know? That is an idiom too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Like, let's fuck up straight out the gate, you know? No, yeah. I've translated that one from English better safe than sorry to a Danish that kind of rhymes. That's heller klein kid, where usually rhyme with the s's in the safe and sorry, and I rhyme with the k's in klar and kid.
Yeah.
Kind of means the same thing, and I figured I've been missing one of these idioms in Danish. So I then went on and like started thinking about these sort of like idioms and phrases, sayings that you simply just cannot translate, like piss fit. Like either piss fat or pissing fat. Doesn't work.
No,
No
it just
chance.
sounds gross. That's
Yeah,
but in Danish it makes total sense.
yeah. Like it's a pretty standard saying. It's
Yeah.
not sophisticated, obviously, but you wouldn't do that with your all other bridge buddies, right, Toby? You wouldn't say that.
no. Yeah, I guess
Loud
it's
and
not sophisticated, but it's also not frowned upon to say
no,
as
no, yeah, it's not like cursing.
no, no, not at all.
Not at all. No, 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 no.
But I guess we
Yeah,
are pretty liberal with that in Denmark, Europe in
we are.
general.
We are. Denmark especially has been incredibly liberal with anything that's just naming a totally random place in the earth. America has not been liberal with. Uh, like for example, porn. We started that very early on.
Yeah,
America is still very much against it, even though it's probably the biggest producer of it now. If I'm not mistaken.
yeah. I think
Uh,
it's like is my biggest one of my biggest fears of going to the U.S. or England is I will accidentally say like, "Geez, I don't know. Can we curse here? I don't know."
we you said it to like non-child stuff, so I'd say let's
Yeah,
try it. If we ever like get demonetized for it, if that could ever be a thing for us.
sure.
Uh,
Take the money you didn't give us.
yeah, exactly. Like we'll take the issue up then, right?
Yeah, but it's one of my. I'm really afraid I'm just gonna slip up and just go shit.
Yeah.
Right, and that's like
Uh,
supposedly a really bad thing to say. But
yeah. What is it? It goes damn, shit, fuck, and then nee. Something we cannot say.
yeah,
Right? That's about how it goes. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah. For the day-to-day curse words that are being thrown about.
This has been Curse Corner.
With Dynn Toby. Da 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 da. Like the more start coming up.
Yeah.
Um, no, but yeah, and that's the thing. Like, sorry, it's a bit of a tangent. I know we are on a tangent already, but did you've seen the clip, right, where where on TV they went like, which is the worst curse word, and then they had fuck, and then they had N word on the other corner. I was like, well, obviously the one you can't say. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
what are you
yeah.
even
Exactly.
like, dude? This is no contest. What are you? You could start arguing to which like degree it's worse, but I mean, clearly this one is the worst one. So, no. Sorry. Right. Do you have any idioms though, like piss fat, that just doesn't work?
Oh, that just doesn't work. Hmm.
Yeah, like anything you can think of at all.
That's a great question that I should have been prepared for.
You
I
should have
believe.
been prepared for. That's on me. Sorry.
um. Jeez.
If you don't, you can think about it for a little bit, and while you do that, I can come up with like I found a list of like 10 English phrases that don't work in other languages.
Yeah.
Uh, Number 10 on the list is plead the fifth. Doesn't
Right.
work in other languages.
No.
Also, technically, doesn't work outside of America in
Yeah.
general.
Exactly.
So
Although I guess a lot of places you could say just I plead the fifth and people know what you mean.
you see about that, I thought so too. Then I did it, and apparently, like people don't know what that means.
Huh.
I thought it was like a pretty common knowledge thing. Like
Yeah.
if you watch series and TV, 'cause most of that is, let's be honest, from America. A lot of it, at least, a big portion.
Yeah.
If we're not talking Bollywood, yeah, because Bollywood don't count. I've still to see some Bollywood. Um, but yeah, like apparently a lot of people don't actually know what pleading the fifth means.
Huh.
Because I was at, I think it was a Discord chat. I was maybe it was when I was in Ireland, not too long ago in January. January. Um, and I said it, and people were like, "What?" I was like, "Plead the fifth," like. I don't want to talk. I don't want to say anything to
Yeah,
incriminate
I
myself.
reserve my right to remain silent.
Yeah, that's it. That's the exact, more exact thing. Yeah. And but apparently people don't know it, and
Hmm.
I don't know how you've gotten around that. Like, you haven't watched Suits, have you? For example,
Like a little bit of it.
right? But not enough that you would have probably seen a lot of the times where they go, "I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I
No,
plead the
no,
fifth."
no, no.
No, yeah. So like, where do you think you know that one from? Like that idiom?
I mean, I guess Community is the show that comes to mind. Because
Right.
Jeff is a lawyer or was,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and they
That's right.
do
He does go.
some mock trials in that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's something that comes up as a joke often in sitcoms.
Right. Like sitcoms and I think a fair amount of series. Movies a little less so
Hmm.
because they don't usually want to waste time in a, you know, in a courtroom. But yeah. Have you figured any Danish idioms out yet?
The thing is, like, the more I think about it, the more I feel like actually a lot of Danish idioms, or well, from my perspective, Danish
Yeah.
also exist in English. Like, it's not
Yeah.
my cup of tea. It's raining cats and dogs. Um,
Yeah.
Although, no, I guess when we want to say in that it's really raining in Denmark, we say
Mhm.
it stands down in rods.
That is true. That is true. Står ned i stænger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I guess.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, you can kind of see why, like where it's come from, because there's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much rain, like just beams of water. But it really it really wouldn't, like if you said that to someone from England or something, they would not know what the fuck you're doing. They'd think you're off your head in the drink, like
yeah.
you've had too much.
I guess we also have like a more regional thing in Denmark with JGS. Damn, that's hard to
Yes.
say.
Yeah, yeah, that is.
JGS.
Yeah, I've tried to use that one in English as well before. It doesn't really work. Like just saying that, like just the three letters,
Yeah,
pretty hard, pretty hard.
I don't know. It would be like all good stuff or something. Uh,
Yeah, 8 years, I guess. Then
yeah,
you could
it's
technically translate it, but oh yeah. I'm actually not sure if that's just a regional thing or if it's more a thing my dad just came up with and then uses, and then
no,
I've
no.
learned from
It's
him. And
definitely regional, like
it
southern
is.
Jutland.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
Because
mean, I know the language in it is, but
at least I knew about it before I knew you as
oh
well.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, like the shortage as well. Like there's not the shortage, not shortage. The what's it called? The JGS
Abbreviation.
abbreviation of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Man, what would I do without you?
Yeah.
Strings, the shortage.
But yeah, I think it's interesting that they pop up like everywhere, idioms, and it's also like, yeah, as you say, it can be a family thing. Like within a certain set of people, you'll have your own terminology, and like really delicious food in our family is called scrum scrum. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Nice. Yeah, I remember having been through yours and having heard that. I think.
Oh.
I think so. I think that happened when we were younger.
You're just like, did I just have a stroke? What's happening?
Smells like bird toast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
We also, whenever we toast at family gatherings, we say Hans Madsen, which is a
Oh, right.
Danish name,
Yeah.
but it sounds a little bit like His Majesty in Danish.
Oh, that's why you do it.
Yeah.
Do you like? Is it because of someone you know named Hans Messen though, or is it just
No, no, I think it's just like
supposed to?
to be funny. Let's raise a glass to His Majesty, the King
Right.
or
Yeah.
the Queen, I
Yeah.
guess.
Hans
Uh,
Messen.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I can see that. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't think I've heard that one though. That's new knowledge to me. I must admit. uh, that's pretty good. I also, while you were thinking of some, I googled Danish idioms because why not? And there's a couple here. Like for example, when the cats are out, the mice play on the table.
Yeah.
I don't like. I think. Well, I mean, even if you say that in Danish, I would barely know what that means. I know
Really?
what it is, but
You haven't
like
heard
I
it?
know what. Oh no, I've heard it, but like it's not. If you said that to someone like a random person, they would be like, "What?"
Yeah.
If you said to someone really old, they might understand it, but it's not something we would really use these days. I'd wager.
No, I guess not. But
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, it also depends on that, rarely a situation occurs where it's like appropriate to say.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like.
Uh, fuck. Sorry, I'm writing some. Okay, sorry,
You good?
and I'm having a stroke. uh, okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I will delete the first one because we can talk about that now if you don't have any more. Uh, right now. Then I have another idiom for you.
Yeah. Hit
I
me.
suppose it's an idiom at least. uh, that one's for later. This one, prawns. I suppose that's an idiom. What it means is like you know what a butterface is, right? From How I Met Your Mother, for example.
Butterface.
They say it in How I Met Your Mother. Barney says calls a woman a butterface because everything is great, but her face.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have
Uh,
never thought about that.
you never. I mean, you have watched How I Met Your Mother though, right?
Yeah. But it
Yeah, he says it
doesn't
in
ring
there.
any bell.
No, there's like an entire series. Well, at least an entire moment in an episode.
Hmm.
Uh, but I know that one, and I've known it well for a long time. I've heard a new one, prawns, the other day, which I think is much better. Means the same, great body, shitty face, ugly ass face, which is something that some people say about women. Blah, 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 blah. You could also say it about men. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not like we're the exception to that rule. Um, and I think prawns is great because it's an Australian saying first of all. It comes from Australia, not Austria, Australia. And the idea is because when you take a prawn, you would then you'd like remove the head, keep the body.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, which is why same as about the face, like
Hmm.
body great, face awful. And I heard Jim Jeffries say that the other day in his newest comedy special. I was like, this is an amazing term. I love this term. Would I ever use it? Not to their face, but no, but like I wouldn't want to offend anyone, but like you could do that about me. Most likely, there's people who like, oh yeah, he would be a prawn. I don't know, maybe not. My body's not that great, but point
But
is facing
compared to
that.
the face.
Exactly. There you go. Now you're getting it. Um, yeah, no. So I thought that was like one of the greatest things I've ever heard. Prawns.
Yeah.
That one really just like rung clean with me. No.
So what's next on your list?
The next one was Tomme tønder buldrer mest, which is actually something you could definitely translate to English. Empty caskets,
Barrels?
right?
Caskets?
Empty barrels,
Barrels?
yeah,
Yeah.
empty barrels, yeah, I guess better. Empty barrels uh,
Are the loudest.
are the
Or,
loudest, yeah,
yeah.
I guess. Keep it straight to the point. Yeah, empty barrels are the loudest, which just straight up means like if you have less brain, you'll shout more.
Yeah.
Like you make up for how much you're thinking by being louder.
I feel like there is, an actual English equivalent of that one, actually.
Probably. Want me to try and Google?
Yeah.
Yes, because now you're the technician man, so I will be the Google man.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. I think we also like while I'm googling, you can very quickly go into why you don't have a camera on, if you want
Right.
to.
Yeah. So this donut, not me, the other one, uh, texted me half an hour before we were supposed to go live that I would have to do the streaming today because his PC just didn't want to do it. Yeah, so that's also why we are a bit late because we had to set up my stuff here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much yeah. Because like MacBooks apparently, I don't know why, but it seems to be like a pretty standard issue going with OBS on MacBook, and then trying to take like other system like or device sound that just isn't an option on MacBook with
Huh.
OBS. Which like as you could see here when you were setting yours up, Toby, you could see it was just there by like default.
Yeah.
Device audio. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't appear in my MacBook at all. At all.
But we've done it before, haven't we?
Yes, we have, but not on the MacBook.
Oh.
That's the thing. Whenever we've done this, because I have my Go XLR here, we've been using my Windows.
Mm.
And then we have streamed from my MacBook, but that has been the Home in Time for Tacos stuff.
Yeah, where we're all in the same room. So
Yeah, it's just the microphone we're using. There's no other sound we need. Thing is, my MacBook also works just fine for streaming from to Twitch, as long as I'm not talking to anyone. I do though, but then they can't hear them. They can hear the game, they can hear me talking, cannot hear the people I'm talking to. It's kind of funny. I don't know why it's just gone, and I can't figure out a way to put it in there. I've really tried. I'm sure there's a way to like make a microphone, like a fake microphone, that then just picks up Discord audio. Try to do that, but I couldn't be arsed in the end. So it's much easier if you just like start becoming the tech guy on OBS when we're doing this sort of stuff, and if we can figure that out, then that would be great. Do you think that would be an option? You think that could happen? Would that be okay?
yeah, sure. It seems pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it open it up, it's like Logic Pro. You're like, wow. Then someone is like, oh, you just like click Command 4, and then the piano comes up, and you're like, oh, this is how I make the music. Cool.
Yeah.
Just gotta get into like the first 5 steps, and then you can fuck about a bit, and then you know what to Google for, and goes from there, pretty much. And obviously, I'm here all the time, so, and I'm a bit of a pro myself. Right, the English version of Tomatuna Bullameist, MT. What was it again? Empty, not caskets. Empty barrels make the loudest noise, or whatever. Is empty vessels make the most noise. Which is just like a more generalized way of saying the same thing. Like, well, it's also true for ships. Like, I mean, I guess. Do you have anything else, like any other idioms right now? Or do you want me to just like keep going
I
with this?
just remembered one.
Yeah?
Where it has kind of fossilized in Danish as well. So it's like not something where we really think about why we say it.
Right.
And
Right.
I want to hear if you know the, shall we say, origins of it.
Oh, okay.
So the idiom is over stok og sten, to go over
Cane and stone.
cane and stone. Yeah, rod and stone.
Yeah, rod and stone, cane and stone, yeah. Uh, I mean, I know what it means, obviously. I think we all do.
Okay, so for
know what it-
anyone who isn't in the know, it just means to go really fast.
Yeah, like they got stuck a stain. Well,
Yeah.
Infinity and beyond almost, like, but for old people, like close to. Uh, time to haul ass. Uh, I don't know where it's from, I gotta say, but I have always just imagined, because it's just like, I've always just imagined that it's someone's like fucking sprinting over like shitty terrain, and then like using their like cane, their rod or whatever, to keep balance like best, and it's like
It's like a pole vaulter.
yeah, somewhat, but like this vaulting and more like helping balancing stick,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean that's also kind of been my thought as well. But what it actually stems from is, like old houses. Geez, bindingswerk. How do you say?
The tying, I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah.
I'm the Google man.
A lot of googling in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, what sometimes Google is your friend. Actually, always. Half timbering,
Half timbering. Okay,
according to Google Translate. I'm gonna
sure.
try and check what the app says. Yeah, half timbering.
Half timbering. Okay, yeah.
Or
So half
timber frame.
timbering houses.
Or timber frame. Wait, like, is it altså bindingsværk eller et bindingsværk?
It bindingswerk.
Okay, that
Like
might be the
a
timber
half
frame.
timber house.
Right, timber frame house then, I might say. Because there's like bindingsværk half timbering, substantive, bindingsværk timber frame, substantive.
Sure, timber frame house. That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds better, right?
Yeah.
That sounds more like, a half timbering house sounds a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys know what we mean. Like the old houses, that's like chalk on, and it's got the hay roof, straw roof thing. But
Stone houses.
yeah, so what it means is like the beams, the timber of it is the stock, and everything in between is the stain. So when you would have to paint it really fast, way back when, you would just
Yes.
paint it over stock and stain. So it's
Oh
all
my
the same
god.
color.
Yeah. Dude, that is the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Like it's great, but that's so weird to think about. But that is awesome. I love that. I
Yeah,
really do.
and the funny thing, for me at least, is that not a lot of people actually know like where it comes from, but it's like a staple part of vocabulary.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone would use it in actual conversation, but it's like if you ask anyone, they will know what it means.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of the few idioms that anyone just like recognizes very clearly. Even though they wouldn't use it themselves, most likely. Kind of funny thing, isn't it? Like you can even like like the classic two what is it, two in the hand, one in the arse or whatever it is in English. I don't know how it goes.
It's like one bird with two stones. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, it's
The other
like
way
that one,
around.
but it's like but there's where it actually goes like two in the hand and then one in the whatever.
Yeah, it's like
Something.
a bird in the hand is better than 10 on the roof, or
Something
the
like
other
that.
way
Yeah,
around.
exactly. Yeah. Also, quick reveal about me. I tend to just like throw the word "ars" into idioms whenever I don't know what they actually say. Like the Danish one, the Danish saying like that's actually a good idiom actually to bring up. Født med en sølvske i munden. Eller en guldske, jeg kan ikke huske, hvad fanden det blev.
Yeah.
Either way, point is, born with a silver or golden spoon in your mouth. I literally, like, I had been using my own version of that was instead of gold spoon or silver spoon in the mouth, I just been using born with a silver spoon in the arse for so long that I just thought that was the thing.
Yeah.
So when I was in gym, like, and I was about 18 years old, I told that to my teacher, and she was like, "No, it's in the mouth." And I was like, what? No, no,
You
it isn't.
pervert.
You know, if you don't boof it, you don't do it right.
Yeah.
You know what boofing is, right? I've talked to that, Toby.
No, I don't think so.
Right, well, a little bit of cocaine information for you here. Another way to take it is anally, like water, cocaine, up the arse,
Yeah.
boofing.
Okay,
Woo!
great.
It's a weird thing. It's the weirdest like idea I've ever like heard of. This is like just do it like the normal people. Just snort it, guys.
Just don't do it.
Also, actually that is better. That is
Yeah.
much better. Just don't do it.
Stick
You
to
know
the
what
natural stuff.
Yeah, like meth.
It's not natural.
What? Did I ever tell you about the guy on Reddit who was like, cocaine is technically a natural drug like weed, and I was like,
Sure, if you mean like it comes from a plant, yeah.
yeah, and it's like well, technically it's coca leaves and then it's fuel. Both things you find in the ground. And I was like, yeah, but also no, because you literally have to, do some science shit to make it work. That's kind of the part that's fucking it up for you, like, because that's why weed isn't like that's why weed is natural, isn't it? Because you can just like pluck it off the flower and then be like, yeah, grind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
The same with
there's no
mushrooms
process.
or
Yes,
stuff like that.
yes, all the good stuff. Mm. All the Viking shit. Well, Vikings did mushrooms, they didn't do weed. Imagine if Vikings did weed. There wouldn't be nearly as many stories about them conquering stuff.
No, I guess not.
No. Like, you know what? It would be cool to go conquer stuff, but Sven just like fried a lamb. So okay, that seems pretty good. Do you have any spice? No, we didn't conquer the spice yet.
Yeah.
Like
We got salt.
exactly. Well, I guess it'll do. It's okay. Like imagine. No, yeah. That's also what I love when whenever people talk about England just going around conquering shit. Conquered so much spice and then they didn't really want it. Like it is the most bland food in any country ever, is what people say. That's
Yeah.
that's what they're known for. It isn't bad, but like it's what they're known for.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. Like went around conquering, got slaves, got spies. Didn't keep the slaves because the word changed. Didn't really keep spies because it's not really that kind of thing. In the end.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were more interested in it for like the profit.
Yeah, I guess so.
They were like, we can't eat this. This is going to pay for dinner.
No! Timmy, no!
Also,
Bad
they discovered the tea, and that was kind of enough for them. That's
True, yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest, I love tea, but also it is kind of bland in taste, isn't it?
I mean,
Depends on the tea.
If you get like the Pickwick stuff, yeah, it's not going to be great. But if you get some like more fancy mixes, some independent tea makers and stuff, and you can branch out, not just drink black tea. There's white tea, green tea, all great. Green tea especially, really good.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a lot of that, to be honest.
No.
I kind of want to. I really want one thing I really want to try is jasmine tea.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why?
No.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. The uncle's favorite tea is jasmine tea, or at least it's a tea he really loves. But it's not really something you find in the store, it seems.
No, definitely not.
No. Right, I'm really, really sorry, but as I said before we started, I really need to pee all day today. So, we can keep talking. I'll just go to the bathroom and I'll like mute myself and I'm not talking.
Right.
It's gonna be really sexy. Oh yeah, maybe you could explain what silver spoon in the mouth means.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is also a saying in English, maybe, but sure.
Is it?
Sorry, did you say anything?
Is it? Like I don't think I've heard anything at least. Like I would imagine there would be one, but I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. So yeah, born with a silver spoon in the mouth just means you're really spoiled. Basically, everything has been done for you every day of your life. You haven't worked ever for anything. I guess it's white privilege, the idiom.
That is so accurate that it hurts.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good take on it.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that is, yeah. It comes from royals and because they had anything, but like today, yeah, it could definitely like work as the white privilege idiom.
Yeah.
Most certainly, I could definitely see that. Ah, this is a good one that I know a Scottish one for. I don't know if there is an English one for it. Mange begge små gør en stor å.
Mm.
Many small, what the creeks? Yeah, many creeks small makes a big
River.
river. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I know the Scottish version would be Many a mickle makes a muckle, which I love because it sounds so good.
Yeah.
Just like anything in Scottish, obviously.
Many a mickle, a muckle.
Many a mickle makes a muckle. I put it in the chat so you can also see it. Many a mickle makes a muckle. It's pure like garbage words, but it's just brilliant. I'm telling you. Many a mickle makes a muckle.
Yeah.
Like does it mean anything? I don't really think so. But you can kind of understand it, right?
Yeah.
If you saw something and the guy pointed to him and like many a mickle makes a muckle, put it out like said that, you'd be like, oh, I see what you mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense without making any sense at all. Which, that's the Scottish language for you, isn't it? Beautifully confusing. It's yeah. Yeah, no, I love that. Man, actually. Yeah. Now that we're doing the Scottish ones, if you don't have one, do you have one?
Not off the top of my head. I got like more of a sub topic, I guess, but I can wait.
You got a what? No, go for it.
Okay, yeah. So I was just thinking. I heard the other day that there's like a phenomenon, no, a name for it in language when you start mixing metaphors and idioms and stuff, and it's called like something for, like in metaphor, but remove the meta, and
it's called a mackle.
A mackle.
Scottish.
But yeah, they can get really, because when you start mixing them, then it loses all meaning, and then it just becomes like a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's a little bit like like the English knock on wood. Americans still say knock on wood, but the British would usually just like go knock.
Huh.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
You could do that, and then most British people just be like. It's really weird.
It's funny because it's usually the Americans who remove letters and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I've noticed, like actually the British do this a lot. Like the American will remove a lot of letters and shit, but like that. But the English will just like make something like for example like see you in a bit. They completely remove the like "cu" in a. Oh well, actually, they would I would probably usually go like in a bit.
Just go bit.
I mean, you might as well. Like, cause that's like when I speak to my mate Brickham, whenever I'm talking to him and like he leaves the chat, no matter like what the situation is, when he leaves, he goes like in a bit, as if he's gonna call me back or something. That's how it
Huh.
sounds like to my ear.
Yeah.
But it just means like see ya, like bye, cheery in Scottish Gaelic. I'm learning Gaelic. Pretty cool. Sorry. But yeah, like they just go like in a bit. Uh,
Weird.
you can also I think you can also hear it on what's his name? It's a grime artist, white grime artist from the UK, from England. One of the few. Can't remember his name. Point is, there's a song. I think
Grime.
it ends with like someone calling him and being like, "Hey, call me back, you dickhead," or something. And I was like, "In a bit," and like, thanks, or something. So yeah.
What's a grime artist?
You don't know what grime is?
No.
Have I taught you nothing? Clearly, answer to that is yes. I've taught you nothing. Grime is like rap. Like imagine like a weird mutated love child of rap and reggae. That doesn't become dance floor because dance floor is something else.
Hmm.
Dance floor is what Natasha made.
Yeah.
That's the thing on its own. But like grime is like on the like because dance floor is more reggaeton with some rap in it. Grime is more rap with some reggaeton in it. You know.
Okay.
That's how I understand. At least it's a bit fussy. Like that's the thing as well. You know, if I went to you and I went up to you and like Stormzy, you know who Stormzy is, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is weird.
But
That is
I
actually
mean,
because he was like biggest artist of 2020, I think, or
yeah,
2018
but
or something.
I mean, all that's like rap and rap
Yeah, that's not
adjacent.
really.
It's not really my strong suit.
No, I know. But that was like I didn't even listen to him back when he was first becoming famous and stuff like that. I just heard his name everywhere. He was on the radio all the time and blah blah blah. You know the song "Shut Up"? Maybe. Ring any
Doesn't
bells?
ring a bell.
Nope. Okay, fair enough. Point is, what I meant to say was, a lot of people even know who Stormzy is. They know the name Stormzy, but they don't know what grime is. They might have heard of it, but they don't know
Hmm.
what it is.
Yeah.
Like I have an entire grime playlist with a lot of grime artists, and then a bit of Natasha snuck in because well, I'm a bit saucy like that. But I'm still a little bit confused on what grime really is. What I've learned from a little bit of googling is it's a mix of reggae and British rap.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can make grime as an American as well, but it doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Because there's the whole. Have you heard of Roadman's before?
Of what?
Roadman's accent.
No.
No, it's that thing, when you do the wagwan and, stuff like that, It's really reggaeton. It's not actually romance. You don't really do it in it's not from Britain, but it's because the British people took the Jamaican Islands. Yeah?
Oh, okay. So it's
So
a Jamaican accent.
it's actually Jamaican accent, yeah, but like a lot of people like, can you do romance? And I'm like, no. I can do Jamaican, if you like, some reggaeton accent-ish. Put a bit of wagwan into it, but it's not romance, it's not British. That's not what it is. It's not Southern London. Yeah, they do it a lot in Southern London, but that's not where it's from. It's a lot of words like wagwan, what's going on, Jamaicanized
Hmm.
into one word, wagwan. Uh, that's where it comes from. But a lot of people don't know this. They're all about that, Southern London, Stubbsy, grime, blah, blah, blah. Which is fair, but it is also good to know that it isn't. Especially if you know anyone who speaks it and who are not from London, because they will most likely be very pissed if you say they speak Southern London for no reason.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Another Scottish saying if you're ready for it. If you don't have
Yeah.
anything else you want to say. Yeah,
Lay it on
cool.
me.
In that case, tatties out the window.
Tati su de vinde.
Tatties out the window. Aye.
Okay, so something's out the window.
Yes. Do you know what?
Tatty. I mean, I'm just gonna guess from your
Go for it.
chuckle that it's something like, you know, not PG.
Yeah. I mean, that's you'd think it would be something along the line of breasts,
Huh.
but and I think it is. There's also, your bums ut the windy. Like
Yeah.
it pretty much just means like it's completely nonsense what's coming at you right now. Like you've lost it.
Okay.
You're just like blabbering. There's no connection between your mouth and your brain at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly going wireless.
Yeah.
And that's just all I mean. Like it's pretty great.
That's great because I feel like I often find myself telling you, yeah, I'm not following.
Yeah. Then you could just go like,
Yeah.
your bums through the window, and I'd be like, ah, shit. It would work well. It would. I mean, I'm sorry, but now that we've got into it, and I'm like getting ready for Scotland, do you mind if I just go completely Scottish on your ass?
No.
Great. Stop me if you ever have something yourself you want to mention, but otherwise I will just keep going with all these sayings.
Yeah, great.
First, now we're gonna go for. I found a little bit of a list to make it easier for myself. One that I I haven't used enough. I will tell you. It's a word, single word. Scran. I'll give you a phrase, so that you might be able to guess what it is. This has become more of a game show now again.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay.
What's the price?
A kiss.
Ooh.
Yes. Trust me, it's gonna be a good one. It's my mum who's gonna kiss you. The dead one.
Oh no.
A twist worthy of whatever his name is that made the Avatar movie that we don't talk about. Scran. Let's go to the chippy and get some scran. Want it slower?
Let's go to the chippy and get some scran.
Aye. Let's go to the chippy and get some scran. Do you know what chippy is?
No.
English for a fish and chip store.
A fish and chips store.
Yeah.
So
Like a chippy. That's just like there's a lot of places in Britain and in Ireland apparently too that just sell fish and chips. That's their main thing.
Huh.
This is kind of what you come there for. Kind of like you go to a grill in Denmark. Sort of.
Yeah, I guess.
Fish and chips. It's kind of funny, but yeah.
So scran would be just food.
Aye.
Guess.
Aye, that is what scran is.
Yeah.
Food.
It's like a grub.
Aye. Yeah. Exactly. There you go. Perfect. Perfect way to explain it. You nailed it. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
Some of these are just like pretty standard. Less idiom, I guess, and more just like how people talk. Like one of them, and this is actually just like straight up, just like a Scottish version of something English, I think. You're off your head.
Yaraf Yahid.
Aye. That was actually a brilliant Scottish accent, I'll tell you. I think you could
So
cheat
you're off something.
Aye.
Your
Your
head.
heat. Aye. You're off your heat. You're
Yeah.
off your head. Like, can you guess what it means?
I would guess something
fun.
like, like in Danish, to lose one's head. Lose one's
So it's an
temper
anger thing.
or something.
It could be. The typical time you would use this is when someone's been drinking too much, then they're off
Oh.
their heat. You're off your head, mate, in the drink. Like, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Your head's not following you anymore. So that's usually like, I said this actually to someone at the hostel I was staying at, an Englishman who was staying there as well with his girlfriend. Really abusive prick, by the way. Awful cunt. I didn't know him from Adam. And then, I'd had a little bit to drink. Not enough that I was going crazy or anything, but I was just being friendly with anyone I saw. I was like, I saw that he'd been drinking clearly, and I was like, you're off your heat, ain't you? And then he just like, what? what? And like, classic old stab you like a British person and stuff. Like the fucking like I was standing right outside the receptionist place. So like he came out and was like, no, 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 he didn't mean anything by it. He didn't mean that. And you're like calmed him down because he was about to fucking get a fight with me
Yeah.
just because I said that, which means he was actually off his heat. I was right.
Yeah. It reminds
Well,
me of
you know.
that. Have you ever seen that picture, that meme with it's like a bald man, eyes really bulging, and the text is just like the most offensively, Cockney-ish, like, "Oi,
Oh
you having a laugh, mate?" Like,
yeah, I think I see that.
I'll
Yeah.
stab your fucking eyes out.
Hey, that's classic England for you.
Yeah.
Hey, like, but that is like, yeah. Let's be honest though. Now that we're talking about stereotypes are there for a reason. Like, they are the
Oh
truth.
man, it's dangerous territory.
Oh, I know, but that's what I've already said. I like to live like dangerously. I mean, that's what I do. No, but I think like stereotypes are always there. Like they happen for a reason. Sometimes just because of racism being the reason, but they happen for a reason. And like specifically now that we're talking about the British knife crime shit happened for a reason. British like Britain is one of the most one of the leading countries on knife crimes. Not that it makes it sound like it's a good thing. They've developed a technique you couldn't even imagine.
Third world countries hate them.
Exactly. No, but yeah, like it is a thing. Like same as I found this out when I had moved to Glasgow. By the way, apparently Glasgow or Scotland is one of the leading countries on drugs and drug abuse.
Oh, that
Which
explains a
makes
lot.
sense when yeah, right. Like that's how the accent came about. Oh, okay. Just a bunch of methed up cunts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Did I ever?
I
Sorry.
think it
Go on.
is funny that England especially. Excuse me.
Go for it.
England especially. Simultaneously, the stereotype is working class, bad teeth, thick Cockney accent, but also upper class, like, ooh, I'm so fancy.
Yeah. Do you know what the difference is?
I mean, money,
Yes. Also that. But I mean more like what the
oppression
difference is.
of the workforce.
Now you're being too real about this, Toby. Like this is you're just mentioning facts here. This is not what I went for. This wasn't where I was trying to go. No, what I was trying to say is like the difference is there is like people who know nothing about England who say, like, oh, they're fancy people, generally, typically Americans. Then that's the people who are typically Europeans who think they know England, who will like throw out the meme with the bald guy who's like, I'll fucking stab your eyes out, you cunt. uh, Ball or water. Uh, you know. Which is also just not at all true. But it's the difference between the people who know nothing about England and think they know it, and then the people who knew one thing about England and then they think they know it, and it's just stupidity all around.
Yeah.
I love it though. Like honestly, if I'm being honest, I love stereotypes because I think they can be really fun to mess about with. But you also like don't use them, as a prerogative. Is that the right word? Just came to me.
The derogatory.
Like a derogatory term or in a prerogative, as a prerogative. What is prerogative? Prerogative. An
It's
exclusive
like
right or privilege held by a person or group. Never mind. Nothing to do with that. Whoo! Yeah, the derogatory term. Jesus Christ. I'm off my heat, man.
you head off, yeah, hit, hit.
I just want to say, if Simon is listening right now, you're better at Scottish than he is. He is amazing at I think it's New Zealand accents though. He really nails that.
Yeah,
That is
yeah, yeah.
that's his shit. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think
no.
the only word I can do in like the New Zealand accent is iminim, right?
Yeah,
It's just
but
so
that's
good.
also like, dude, that's what I do too. Like, cause you do exactly the same thing I do when I'm thinking Australian or New Zealand. You do the like sort of high pitched.
Yeah, and it's extremely
Like, remember
nasal
about it?
and
Yeah. Like, I can't do a proper one unless I'm, woke up
crikey,
for it.
mate.
Crikey, mate. I remember I found some Australian dudes back in Herning. Herning.
Burning.
I cried a little with a girlfriend. Uh, Herning, yeah. I went there for like some reason. I was bored. I was like, what's there to do? Nothing really. I guess I could go into town, see what's happening. But I was like, I don't want to go to town and scam. Jesus Christ, just a bunch of drunks. So I went to Hanning. I think I was like actually just like driving there to do anything. Went to Bilka to buy something, and then I messaged Simon Anderson.
Mm.
Um, I was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And he never answered, I think. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go for a beer. I can have a free beer with this app, and I'm going to go do that. And then I met some random Australians, and they're like, you gotta learn to speak Australian, mate. And I was like, all right, teach me Australian. He's like, crikey, mate. And I was like, crikey, mate. And he was like, no. I was like, we said the same thing. Crikey, mate. I was like, oh, crikey, mate. He's like, no. Dude, it's close enough, you asshole. Uh, yeah. Right. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
This is also very good preparation if you're gonna come to Scotland when I move there to see me off as well. Mahid's mince.
So your head's mince.
Aye. I think you should be able to guess this one.
I mean, I'm guessing it's a hangover. Like, that's.
Yeah, something like that. Like, I mean, I'm a bit confused. Like, my head's all minced up, so all
Oh,
funky.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like, but you can also use it in a hangover, I'm sure. Like, people would be like, yeah, I get that. Which also would have worked in the case of I'm pure done in. But that's just, again, just British, right?
Yeah.
It's not these, it's just British, I think. Like, gonna do that. Like, don't do that.
Mm.
But just with a Scottish accent. And then pure dead brilliant. We all know what this is, right? It's like an amazing.
I really gotta remember I'm not on cam. I'm sitting here and nodding.
Oh yeah,
You don't
yeah.
that.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Jesus. Right, we can also go into some of the words if you want.
Go into what?
The words.
Sure.
Sure. All right. Bamput. I like that one. That's a really good word.
Bamput. It's a crack pipe.
No, it's something you'd call someone who's being stupid. Got a bloody bamput. Like it's an idiot, like.
Oh, yeah, bampot.
You see? Works perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking bamput right now. And then, of course, there's a classic one that I learned before I went to Scotland. Dobber.
Yeah.
Which is like calling someone a prick.
Yeah.
Aye. Lisa or Jacqueline. She's called I can't remember what her name is in Discord. Point is, I call her Lisa. Her favorite one from the Scottish vocabulary is a jobby. I would be very impressed if you can guess what that is. I will give you a beer. A jobby. Yeah, I know.
Jobby. I don't know. Does it mean like fancy, but in a negative way?
No, it could be technically used like that, I guess, if you really want to. Not entirely wrong, I think. You could use it like that, but actually, what it means is you would say it. I can use it in a phrase. I'm gonna go take a jobby. Does that help at all?
So you're gonna take a shit or
There you go.
yeah.
Taking a shit. Or like a piece of shit is a jobby. Like it's just yeah. I can see that. That one was pretty easy for me to remember because honestly, having a job is pretty shit. I mean, oh yeah, and then of course this Bluetooth. You're all Bluetooth right now. I'm getting Bluetooth.
Yeah. So that's drunk.
Aye, drunk.
They got way too many
And then
words for being like confused, drunk,
oh yeah,
hungover.
oh yeah.
It's
Why do you think that happened?
yeah.
Did I ever tell you? I think I told you about this, but like the old drunk guy that me and my very tall mate Tom met walking home from the store.
No, I don't think I've heard that.
Well, get ready for a tale, my friend. Not a very good one, very short as well, but I find it's very funny. It's this like we were walking home from the store, nearby store close to the hostel that we were living at. We lived in the same hostel. We were pretty cool like that. Um, walking home, we saw a guy that was being helped a bit by like some cab driver. He was like crashed, like drunk, clearly crashed onto the sidewalk. Uh, and we were like, "Do you need any help?" and stuff like that. And then the bloody bloke just looked up and went like, "Ah, no worries, wee guy." When like my mate Tom talked to him, "No worries, wee guy, it's all good." And then I went, "Oh, you're not a wee guy, you're a big guy, ain't you?" Because Tom is fucking huge. He's like above 2 meters, I think, or just close to. It's just the greatest thing ever. It's just complete pissing of a lad just like lying there in the street, like I don't know, above 50 years old, I think, at least above 40. And he's falling drunk, and he's like, it's alright, Wheeler. Oh my god! The pure shock in him when he saw Tom is so good. And since then he's been called Wee Lad.
Yeah.
Kind of
well,
like Robin Hood at like little whatever, little Pete, whatever his name is. What's his name? Robin Hood's mate,
Little John.
Little John. That's it. Yeah, like
Did you say Lil Pete?
I might have said that. Luckily, this isn't being recorded, right?
Yeah, you know when there were mumble rappers in the
Yes.
1200s.
Yeah, we all know these. The famous. I can only like honestly. I think it would be really fun if we one day made like a mumble rap in the in that era. Like just like make a fake of that to see how that would sound with their vocabulary.
Have you have you seen that SNL sketch with Pete Davidson and Timothy Chalamet?
Where he's like pretending to be some sort of weird influence rapper kind of dude.
Yeah, exactly. And then what's his name? Questlove from The Roots.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
slaps him because
Oh yeah.
they're ruining hip hop. It's just
It's so true though. Like the stereotype they're acting off is ruining hip hop. It's so rude. Like I get it. It's another kind of hip hop, and it has like as long as people love it, I'm happy. But
yeah.
also bastard.
I mean,
Fucking
actually,
vampire
this,
blood.
this is a good segue because I think we've been going for a little over an hour now,
Aye,
so maybe we should cut it soon. So
we should probably.
now that we're talking about this, I would just like to tease that my subject for next week is what is good music, or does bad music exist, or something along those lines.
Philosophical music question, pretty much.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also celebrating
Oh yeah,
uh,
I'd imagine like.
that I love music. And
Oh, don't we all?
well, not everybody.
No, but I will tell you one thing though. If someone goes to me, I don't like music, I think like that is an insane person. I don't care what anyone says. This person is not doing okay. You have to like some kind of music.
Yeah, I definitely think like to hear music
Aye.
and not feel anything, like
Yeah.
just be
Right.
totally lukewarm about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
It's like,
is, I think that's a sign of some, emotional deficiency.
right?
Like it's got to be right.
I think so. Like any art form should be able to do like something inside of you. Doesn't have to be much, but like a little something.
Yeah,
Come on,
I,
a
I mean,
crumb of feeling, emotion.
even like modern, abstract painting has the ability to make people upset that people get paid to do that. Right?
Aye, aye, exactly. That's it. True, 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 true. Okay, can I end you on two very important Scottish words?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
three. Sorry, magic number three, right?
Yeah, exactly.
One of the best known ones that I'm sure, and actually I'm not just sure, I know that you know this. We.
Yeah, little,
Get a wee one.
lil.
Yeah, exactly. Aye. Wee Pete. And then the next one is a really good one that I always forget about. Peely Wally, meaning, I'm guessing we're just like forcing through this now, right? Because we're
Yeah,
at the end. Yeah, yeah. Peely Wally. Not 100%, a bit out of sorts, you know. You're a bit Peely Wally.
so
I think
it's
that's just kind of funny one.
unsure or
Yeah, like, like you're a bit Peely Wally, you're not 100%, you're not like, you're not really, you're not grand, a bit
hmm,
Peely Wally right now, aren't you? Or you're a bit Peely Wally about it, like you don't really know about it.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Oh fuck, we'll give it four, because we is only a half, and this is also only a half. Ken, to know. Like I can, you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Something like that. And then there was the one that I actually want to give you. If I can find it again. Shit. Maybe that was actually the last one I was looking for. Yeah, I think so. Well, I'll give you another one just for the sake of it. Mad weight. You're mad weight. You're drunk. There we go. That's it. I'll stop now. I promise. Swear to God. Until
Right.
next time. Cool. That about it? That wraps it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh, should we just quickly say that if anyone is watching, we're sorry we haven't been here. It's been Christmas, and we've just been taking a bit of time off.
yeah,
And that's what happens. As long as we're not making money off it, we don't. At least I don't feel any moral obligation that we have to be here.
exactly.
It's more of a project for fun at the moment. If anyone starts paying, though, I will insist on at least me being here. And then if anyone starts paying a lot of money, I will start dragging Toby in here as well because his price isn't as small as mine, but there is a price. uh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
we're thinking we're going to be more back to at least Pharoes Crypt now. That's going to be steady going, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And now that I've sort of started figuring out logic, I'm going to start trying to put it out in podcast form as well. And hopefully by next Thursday, there'll be an actual podcast uh, thrown out there, an episode.
cool.
Yeah. I was
Looking
hoping to
forward
actually
to
make it
that.
yesterday. Yeah, same. And then I'll try and catch up to see if I can, get to it.
Yeah,
So that I can start making it so that, we'll do this live show, and then in 2 days' time, it'll be out there as a podcast as well. I think that would be great.
yeah. But yeah, I guess just to add to like, yeah, we've been gone, and just for peace of mind for anyone, yeah, don't worry about us because like we're good at talking to each other and
Mm.
keeping each other's head above water and stuff. So
I think so, yeah.
it's never like dire straits
No.
without
No.
the other one knowing at least.
Oh, yeah. I'd say so. Yeah. Brothers from another mother, right?
Pharaoh brothers.
Oh.
Okay, we'll
What
end
a
it here.
setup!
And
This is the highway.